Yo, what's up, guys? This is Salam Janit, and welcome to another Summoner Sword video. And today we have the balance patch, and we're gonna be going through the patch notes today. But honestly speaking, guys, I don't think this patch is gonna be a major patch, or I don't think Compto is gonna make dramatic changes in this patch because SWC is still going on. So the qualifiers are still going on, and we still have the finals on November, I think. I don't remember the exact date. So until then, there's not gonna be any major patch. So this Compto is gonna keep like minor changes in this. So the major patch most probably gonna come after SWC because there's gonna be one more patch before the year ends. So I think in that patch the major changes gonna come. I don't think any major changes gonna be in this patch. And no, guys, I didn't read the patch beforehand. I'm completely going blind. So into this, so I might be wrong as I'm speaking now. So you could say this is my live reaction or something. This is just a speculation. I don't know anything, guys. I don't work for Comtos. So yeah, I'm just speculating. Anyways, also it's pretty late from the time I'm recording now. So I'm gonna keep this brief. So let's not waste any time. Let's go on to the list. And the first one is Horus Light, Duty of the Monarch. So this is his passive. So the Vejat, I think is his name. Vejat will increase attack bar on according to your beneficial effects, up to 20% max. So they're gonna decreasing the attack bar increase by half per harmful effect, but the maximum 20 is still the same. The HP recovery, like the healing it gives from per harmful effect, is decreased again also by half to 10 to 5%, but the maximum 30 still remain the same. On paper, when you look at it, like when you eye glance it, you might think that this is that much of a change, but in reality, in the long run, in long matches, this is a big nerf because now you need to stack a lot of buffs just to get the maximum 20%, and also you need to be stacked with more harmful effects just to get more heals. And I don't think anyone in this game wants to get stacked by more harmful effects. Well, unless you are Juno. Yeah, unless you are Juno, I don't think you don't want to be stacked with more harmful effects. Other than that, I don't think anyone else gonna be wanting that. So yeah, in the long run, this is a big nerf for the Veget owners. Honestly speaking, I don't think Veget is like a crazy unit. I might be wrong because I didn't do much RTA last season. I barely finished Conqueror, so yeah, I'm not that like how should I say this, like a pro player, if you guys gonna say it. I'm not a pro player, so I don't know much. But in my opinion, I don't think Veget is that crazy. Does it deserve a nerf? I don't think so, to be honest. But Comtos can do what Comtos wants. So unfortunate, Veget got hit. Next one is Okalgur Light. Laura, I think her name is. Her third skill now, the speed buff number of turns is decreased to 1 turn, and the strip chance is decreased to 35%. So they're making the strip inconsistent. Mm, I don't know why they made the strip inconsistent. Well, Laura has a very high base speed, like 120 base speed. I think Laura is the in I think Laura is the highest base speed in the game. Who strips? I'm talking about strippers. From stripper, she has the highest base speed. I don't think anyone is more than 120 base speed, right? If I'm remembering correctly, I don't think anyone else is faster than Laura by base speed. But I don't see the point. Not point. I don't see the. Well, reducing the speed buff by 1 turn is actually big. But I don't. I still shouldn't think they should remove the chance to that the activation rate shouldn't be decreased. Playing with activation rate is a big gamble actually, and I don't like it, to be honest. Even if it's buffed or nerfed, well, buffed it's good. I'm really happy, but sometimes it could be something that make a unit broken or unit garbage. This could make Laura garbage. That's the thing. It's very in the gray area. We won't know until the patch comes and people test it out. Laura is a multi-hitter, so this skill hit 3 times. So she has 3 chance to remove beneficial effect with a low chance. So yeah, I don't know what to say about this. Again, does Laura deserve a nerf? No, I don't think Laura deserved a nerf, but Laura and Bezet got hit. So unfortunate. Next one. Oh, it's the Occult Girl again. Oh, the first skill. So you cannot get like continuous additional turns from sleeps anymore. So the maximum number of turns you can get from sleep is now 2. So you won't get more than 2 sleeps now, which is um I should say funny to watch when it happens, but it's also gonna be very ridiculous and very frustrating if it happens to you as well. This nerf, yeah. To be honest, yeah, whatever. I should say whatever to this because I don't really care because the occult girls are not defined by the first. Well, not defined. That's not the correct word. The occult girl's strength is not based on the skill 1 proc. The skill 2 and skill 3 as some occult girls are pretty strong. That's what makes them strong. Even if they reduce the number of sleeps to 2 turns, in the long run I don't think this will make much of a difference. But you cannot now like proc into skill 2 and skill 3 in anymore, so that's there, but chance of that happening is also very low. So yeah, it is what it is for this nerf. So yeah, I don't think this is gonna be major in the long run, the skill 1 nerf. Next we have Battle Angel Water Nano Vision. So now the Battle Angel will do heal block for both skill 1 and skill 2 because this is a passive, and her second skill will do more damage based on number of harmful effects. So this will increase the damage for skill 2 as well. So yeah, this is okay buff for Battle Angel Water. What's her name? Amber. Yeah, Amber got a decent buff, not bad. Next one we have the Battle Angel Fire, Wind, and Dark. God Crush, the second skill. This is the second skill. So they're reducing the, not reducing, they're easing the chance of ignoring defense now. I still think this is a stupid concept. Like a ignore defense unit is built to kill units with high defense. So why is there a condition like you need to have higher attack than the defense? The monster with the your attacking should be have less defense. Or it's kind of counterproductive if you guys know what I mean. Like as I said before, ignore defense units are made to kill units with high defense. So of course there's gonna be the units with high defense gonna have high defense obviously. I don't know why this condition exists. This is stupid to be honest. And I know Copper, the wind, what's his name, living armor also have this condition, but instead of attack it's its own defense, which also should not be there to be honest. And ignore defense unit shouldn't have a condition. Okay, I don't mind putting a condition, but that condition shouldn't be based on the enemy's defense. That is stupid. I don't know why computers made this idea. This kind of frustrates me. And I don't even own this unit. The thing is, I don't even own any of these battle angels. I don't have a single battle angel. That's the thing. Anyway, so that's beside the point. So okay, that's a rant for another day. Let's leave that out. So anyway, so they're easing the condition for ignoring defense. So you need, so if you have 60% if the enemy's defense is 60% or less than your attack power, now you can ignore defense. So if you guys can don't get it, I can teach you in numbers. Okay, take 1000 for example. So 1000. So right now, if like before the patch now, the half of 1000 is 500. So you need to when you if you're going to ignore defense, your attack power should be like more than 500 in order to ignore defense. But now after the patch, it says 60%. So 160% of 1000 is 600. So even if you have less than 600, you are still gonna ignore defense. You got it right? If you don't get it, you can rewind and listen to me speak again because I don't want to repeat that. Okay, guys. Okay, next one. We have Wind Anubis Dark Soul Devourer. Soul Devourer is the second skill. So recovers all HP by 30% of the damage dealt. Is removed by recovers your HP by 50% of the damage. Wait, what? They're removing the AoE heal to only a self heal, but with more heal. I don't know if this is a buff or a nerf. And they're adding defense break for 2 turns. The thing is, this defense break for 2 turns happens after the damage does. After the damage is there. That's the problem. This is also the same problem that Fermion and Villagewell suffers. Those two also decrease defense from skill 2, but those two also decrease defense after the big damage. You need to have a setup just for the setup for the defense break. That's the problem. The defense break should happen before the big damage. If Comptos change that, that will be the best buff for them. But they did the same treatment for this as well, and I don't think I don't know why they removed the AoE heal to a self heal. So Anubis got a buff and a nerf at the same time, I should say. So it's like 50-50 about this one. So yeah, I don't know about to say about that one. You can, for Dark Anubis owners, you can tell me in the comment section how you feel about that one. Next we have Bayek Water. So not water, wind. His passive now increased damage dealt per harmful effect is now changed. It's a change to increase your attack bar by 10% whenever the enemy is inflicted with continuous damage on the enemy's turn. So when they take the dot damage, he's gonna increase attack bar. But the skill set of the unit is still not that great, so I don't think the Bayek is still gonna be a great unit, to be honest. Yeah, he needs that skill. His whole skill kit needs to rework, not only the passive. So yeah, I don't think the Bayek is still good. Next we have the Thunderer. No, not the Thunderer. Indra. Not I don't know why I said Thunderer. The Indra Fire, the Flame Thunderer. So he's now get more attack boost in Thunderer State, which is nice because I used that guy for slow cleave. Now he's gonna do more damage, which is great now for the slow cleave unit. Next we have the Indra Wind. So the Wind Thunderer increase your attack speed by 30 up to 150 whenever you use this skill. Is now changed to attack speed is increased by 100% on the Thunderer State. So the stacking part is gone. So it's now guaranteed like one tap increase by 100%. But the thing is, you won't now get to 150%. So it's kind of less now, but we just need easier. Now it's easier to stack, you could say, but the maximum value is now decreased. There's still more change here. Wind Thunder. The Hurricane is the passive. So while under Thunder State, it decreases your skill cooldown by 1 turn if the damage inflicted against the enemy is 30% or above the target's max HP. So it's also they're gonna be adding the Thunder State last for one more turn if the damage inflicted against the enemy on your turn is 50% above the target's max HP. And also another thing that's gonna be added is he's gonna be stripping buffs granted an enemy if the enemy's attack speed is slower than yours when you're attacking. So while in Thunder State, you get that speed bonus as well. So most likely most units you are going to outspeed, not outspeed, like have more speed to get the guaranteed beneficial effect remove. Okay, it's not guaranteed. There's still accuracy resistance check, but he's gonna be a nice tripper. Also, since this is a passive, so his skill 1 can strip. So, and skill 1 could be AoE depending on the enemy lineup. If they're like multiple of same element, it's gonna strip all the same element units. This is good actually, but unfortunately I don't have this unit, so I can't test it out. For those who have Wind Indra, congratulations. This is one of she's gonna be really good now. I can guarantee you that. Yeah, this is 100% good nerf. Not nerf. Sorry, good buff for the Wind Indra. Next we have Puppeteer Fire, Circle of Eternity. This is the third skill which strips. With now it's gonna be a strip with attack bar decrease. So slow with strip. Not much difference. Actually, it's a big difference with slow. Slow debuff is one of the best debuffs for RTA, but again, even the other skill set is I don't think he's that great. The unit itself is not that great, to be honest, for me. So we still need few more buffs for him to be meta, I should say. Puppeteer Wind. His passive now will remove beneficial effects with the highest attack power by 40% chance at the start of each turn. So he will Wind Puppeteer will always push back attack bar and silence whenever he moves, the one with the highest attack bar, which can be countered by will runes or immunity. But now he will strip into attack bar pushback now, so immunity will not save the enemy. So only thing which will save the enemy is resistance now. So yeah, so which is pretty annoying, to be honest. This guy is gonna be pretty annoying to fight. Not a bad buff, to I should say. Yeah, okay. Next we have Hell Lady Water, Eternal Scar, the third skill will now destroy the attack bar. Sorry, not destroy. Decrease the attack bar by 30% for each harmful effect granted on the enemy. This is like a pseudo Poseidon now. I don't think this will still make the Water Hell Lady that good. Poseidon himself is still better, to be honest, because Poseidon will not glance. So even if he's attacking a weak element, he could still reliably push attack power to 0 without relying on harmful effects. So yeah, unfortunately, the Hell Lady Warder still need more buffs to the meta. Weapon Master Warder, unlimited power. The ratio of ignoring defense according to HP amount increased if there are 3 or more less enemies. And this won't make much of a difference if you are using him in R5, because R5 is only one unit anyways. So yeah, this guy is really good for R5 guys. So this one makes much difference in R5. This will make like a niche buff in Guild War, Guild Siege, in normal arena if you're using him for cleaving. Next we have the Wind Panda. So Wind Panda will now have decreased damage with enemies defense lower than him by 25%. Now he's gonna be even more great of a tank. Really unnecessary buff, I should say, because this guy is already good for Guild 1 Guild Siege. It's now even better, but who even asked for this? I'm not complaining. I use this guy regularly every day. This is now even better. So, but I don't think Wind Panda needed a buff I'm just saying he's good at it, good as he is now. Yeah, but I'll take the buff Comptos. Whoever recommended this, I don't know. I want to give you a hug, I should say. Next, we have the Wind Cassandra. So, Wrath of Ares is the third skill. So, effect added is increase your attack speed for one turn. It's only one turn. So, if you proc from this, the buff is wasted. I don't know. I don't see any other Cassandras. Yeah, unfortunate. I have all the Cassandras except the Wind one, and I don't see any other Cassandras buffed here. Yeah, it's only the Wind one. Unfortunate. Next, we have the Sea Emperor Fire. So the damage dealt is now increased to 50% per harmful effect. Not much of major buff there, but damage buff is always nice. Next, we have the Shadow Caster, Shadow Within Me, the water one. You can now be immune to inability effect if you're in under the shadow's protection. So this means that you can now no longer need to use will runes on him. You can now use nemesis runes, or revenge is also nice, but mostly nemesis, because now he will get more turn to be in the shadow state more if he's on nemesis. So you don't need to have will runes now, because even if enemy like use a strip skill for stripping other units or buff on your team, when they touch him, he's gonna go into shadow state. When he revenges, he will be in the shadow protection, and after that he will be immune to enemy effects anyways. So you don't need to have will runes on him. So he's the problem with the water shadow caster is that he's really weak to CC. Even if he's like annoying to deal with as a CC counter, if you stun him, he's useless per se. That's why Douglas is pretty strong. He self cleanse, but with this, I think he's gonna be on par with Douglas. Not exactly on par, because he doesn't cleanse harmful effects, even if it's immune to CC. By CC, I mean sleep, stun, and freeze. I'm not talking about attack by pushback here, okay? Yeah, okay. Alright, next one. The Wind Shadowcaster now gives even more random harmful effects. This guy is pretty RNG, guys. If you want to use, if you want to play Summoners War seriously, I don't recommend using this guy unless Compto is changing. This guy's whole kit needs a rework. That unit is so bad. I'm so sorry. That's the harsh truth. That unit is so bad. That whole kit needs a rework. It's too much RNG. That RNG even couldn't help enemy to win the game. That's how bad the RNG of that skill set is. I don't recommend using that guy until Comptos makes a huge rework on his skills. Next, we have the Espresso Cookie. The second skill will now decrease more attack bar, 25%. Okay, not much. Okay, next we have the water one, passive. Reduce the attack enemy's HP by 10% if the frozen enemy gets a turn. This is now changed to increase damage by 200% when attacking a frozen enemy on your turn. So you could use something to freeze, then use the damage after that, like a Verad Tyrone to freeze the enemy first, and the water black tea bunny or espresso cookie to move after, which is pretty nice. Since it's a passive, this will work for skill 1 and for skill 2. Next we have the Eivor Fire, the passive. So it as is recovers the HP by 30% of the last HP if you don't get attacked during the enemy's turn. Additionally, damage inflicted the enemy is increased by 50% if you have half or more HP remaining. It's gonna be changed to recovers your HP by 20%. Each turn increasing the damage dealt on your enemy by 50 to 150%. If you don't get an attacked enemy on your turn, the damage increase dealt will be reset when you attack the enemy. So basically, the amount heal is less, the damage you deal is increased. I still don't think this unit is that good because the as I said before, like other units I said about like this like I said about other units in this list, the skill set is not that great. So again, this unit also needs a rework on the skill set. Next we have the Wind Eivor, which third skill cooldown is decreased to 4 turns. That skill is like a dot detonator like the Fire Pixie, but the dot meta for dungeons faded away after Abyss dungeon came because you cannot dot Abyss bosses. So this unit became irrelevant. Not completely irrelevant, you can still use this in TOA, but for Kairos dungeons, not anymore. So we have Death Knight, Fire, Wind, Light, Deadly Wave. The second skill will now heal, and it could be the one. There could be the Death Knight itself that could be healed because it heals the enemies with lowest HP. So if the Death Knight himself have low HP, it will heal himself as well, which is going to be 10% of the max HP after attacking. And these guys are HP tanks, which is nice. Next we have the Fire Death Knight Arnold. The third skill, Extortion, will now destroy enemies at max HP. I have mixed feelings about this one because I really love the attack by increase. To be honest, not attack by increase, the absorb. I like the absorb better than the HP destroy. I don't know. This feels like a nerf, but because you could third cycle with this skill. Well, you could say that I think the extortion cooldown resets if you manage to kill the enemy. So this is like a in a long battle run, you could even destroy enemies max HP to make the fight easier. And when you cycle back the skill again, it's easier to kill. In that way, it's good, but I like the turn cycling more. I don't know. That's why I have mixed feelings on that one. Okay, let's leave that one and go to the next one. We have the Death Knight Light. So the third skill trade changes the HP ratio with the enemy target, boss excluded, and creates a shield which is proportionate to your level on all allies for 2 turns to absorb damage. It's gonna be changes the HP ratio and harmful effects with the enemy. Box excluded. Wow, okay. Is he like the water dryad now, which like throw the harmful effects back onto the enemy? Changes inspiration. Yeah, it seems like that. And it will also heal with the ally with the lowest HP and increase attack bar by 20%. Okay. Okay, they remove in the shield. They remove the shield for the attack bar increase, but not bad. We have to check this out. If this skill is doing what I'm thinking, like transferring the harmful effect, this is quite nice. You could pass back Oblivion, Bomb, Stun. That's what the Dryad skill 2 does as well. You could do the same here. Plus, the Light Death Knight has speed lead. I think it has speed lead. Yes, I'm not sure, but you guys can check later. I'm pretty sure the Light Death Knight has speed lead. So this is not a nice speed lead with sort of cleanse. You're saying you could, yeah, throwing back harmful effects is sort of like a cleanse your team as well. And you are putting debuff on the enemy, which is pretty nice. But I'm not sure is that what it's saying. We have to see the balance patch. I mean, we have to test it out after the balance patch comes. Next we have the light sniper will now have attack buff when enemy use beneficial effects. So this is a passive. So whenever his enemy will use a beneficial effect, I mean like use a skill with beneficial effect, he's gonna gain attack bar plus attack buff to kill the opponent. He also has strip on second skill as well, and if he's managed to strip, he will do more damage. The more buff he strip, the more damage he does. This is basically an anti-cleave unit. I don't think any other place he fits is mostly an anti-cleave unit, which got even better now for anti-cleaving. Next, last one we have the Fire Horus. Strategic prevention is the third skill. So removing target from removing harmful effects is gonna be changed to strip from the end. Oh, it's only one buff. Removes one beneficial. Oh, okay, if he does shield will, he might just steal the shield. This skill has Oblivion. So it could be a nice trip into Oblivion, but it's only one beneficial effect. So if enemy has multiple beneficial effects, this is not going to be reliable, unfortunately. But it's still better than the current skill. So yeah, I'll take that. Next we have monster AI improvement. Cannon Girl Border. Fatal Destruction Bullet, I think it's the third skill. Or was it fourth skill? Cannon Girls has four skills, right? Was it third or fourth? I don't remember. No. The water one has three skills. The fourth one is a dungeon leader skill. The wind one is the one with the four skills. Okay. So this should be the third skill then. So the third skill will now be used according to the beneficial effect granted on the target in Kairos dungeon, which means it's a better AI improvement for Necro if you are using the unawakened Abigail. So you guys can now awaken your Abigail for better attack stat now. So she will not use the strip if there's no beneficial effect anymore, which is nice. Very nice. So the time will be even faster now. See, with better base stats on your Cannon Girl. Next, we have all monsters. Skill with cooldowns will now be used more often in Kairos Dungeon. This sounds amazing, but we have to see when the patch comes because this is very vague on how much is more. Is more like 1%? Is more like 10%? Is more like 100%? There's no exact wording like that. So we have to see when the patch comes out how much Galleon derps, how much Lucian derps. We have to see that. But on paper, this looks pretty nice buff. Not gonna lie. This will make so much headache gone from Kairos Dungeon auto farming. Next, we have Awakening changes. So, Water Eivor will now will awaken into accuracy, not resistance. The Water Sky Dancer will now awaken into strengthened Blade Fan. The attack will always land as a critical hit. Oh, okay. So they're removing the resistance, awakening into a strengthened skill of the Sky Dancer. So the second skill is same as Yong Hong, like strip into attack by increase. Now that skill will always land as a critical hit, and that skill does a decent amount of damage. So you can now build the Water Sky Dancer on crit damage without needing crit rate. And this could be really nice unit with heal, strip, and damage. Plus, this unit has speed lead for guild content only. It's not a RTA speed lead or arena speed lead. So it's only for guild content speed lead. I think it's 28. Or was it 24? I don't remember. It definitely has a speed. So this is gonna be another nice unit for Guild War and Siege. Next we have the Half Magician Water resistance into accuracy. Okay. So the Death Knight Light is now increased resistance, so it's going to be resistance awakening instead of crit rate. Well, makes sense, it's a support unit, you don't need to have crit rate for that. And we have skill error fix in the last box. See guys, I told you there's not gonna be much changes. There is no Oliver, there is no Miles, there is no Rakuni nerf here, as I expected. I told you guys. See, yeah, they're not gonna do much changes in this balance patch because of SWC. So the major changes hopefully will come after SWC. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. That's it from me from now. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye for now.